using thin vessel made up of copper. Okay, reason being thin. Why? Mass will be less of the copper, less the mass, less heat is going to be taken from the mixture, less heat is going to be taken from the content. Okay. Second thing, copper is having less specific heat capacity. Therefore, it will take very less amount of heat from the mixture to attain the temperature same as its content. Okay, that is important in there. Okay, so we are going to discuss natural phenomena and the consequences of water having high specific heat capacity. Water having high specific heat capacity. So till now, what we have discussed, if Q is the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature through delta T, what will be the heat capacity? So Q we can write it like this, or delta Q we can write, or take it Q equal to heat capacity into delta T, or in terms of specific heat capacity, it will be this. This we have studied, where heat capacity equal to Q upon delta T. T capital we will use. Okay. And specific heat capacity is Q upon M delta T. This we have studied heat energy required to raise the temperature of a particular substance by 1 degree Celsius or 1 Kelvin by unit temperature, that is heat capacity of that substance. And what is the specific heat capacity? Amount of heat required to raise the temperature of unit mass through unit temperature, that is specific heat capacity. This is clear. So what is the unit of this one? Joule per Kelvin, joule per kg per Kelvin. Capital K, this one small. These are the units we have discussed. Now we are going to apply this one. Okay. Now we are discussing natural consequences and water having high specific heat capacity. Water having high specific heat capacity. What does it mean? Water is having how many specific heat capacity? What is the specific heat capacity of this water? Joule per kg per Kelvin. This is clear. Or 1000 calories. In that case, forget about per gram per. Okay. 1000 calories per kg. Okay. So see here, this we are going to take. It means how much amount of heat energy is required. So for 1 kg of water, to raise the temperature through 1 Kelvin or 1 degree Celsius. See here, that duration unit is same. How much heat energy is required? 4200 joule. This much amount of energy is required. It's a huge amount of energy required for raising the temperature of 1 kg of water through 1 unit change in temperature, that is through 1 Kelvin or 1 degree Celsius. This is clear. So first is the climate near the seashore is moderate. Near the seashore, it's moderate. Why the climate is moderate? Moderate means there's not much change in the temperature. That is, the range is diurnal change. That is diurnal. That is every day. During day at night, the temperature difference is less. Or as well as during the seasons, you have seen there's not much change in the seasons near the sea. It remains moderate. That is equable climate. That is equable temperature is there. Not much variation in the temperature. Variation temperature is very less. What is the reason behind that?
Because water has a high specific heat capacity.
Yes. Okay. So see what happens. If we take the case of a day, during the day and night, what is happening? See water is having high specific heat capacity. So it is nearly 5 times the what sand has. Okay. So specific heat capacity of water, it is nearly 5 times the specific heat capacity of sand. So it means to raise the temperature, for example, we have to raise the temperature through 1 Kelvin. Water temperature through 1 Kelvin, we have to raise. Sand temperature as well, we have to raise through 1 Kelvin. So how much sand will require? It will require just 1/5 of the heat energy. That means whatever heat energy is required here, water will require 5 times of that. Water will require 5 times the heat energy required by the sand to raise the same temperature. This is clear. Now see, during the day, what happens? Sun is there. So both are exposed equally. Amount of heat is same. Okay. So for example, amount of heat both attained is same. Both amount of heat both are getting the same. So for example, water rose temperature by 2 degrees Celsius. How much the sand will rise? Around
10.
it will rise by 10 degrees Celsius. Temperature of the sand will rise by 10 degrees Celsius, whereas water, it has only rose by 2 degrees Celsius. Okay, or 2 Kelvin, 10 Kelvin. Okay, so you can see the difference. So during the day, water temperature is not changing much, but sand get heated quickly. So we can say water get heated or cooled slowly as compared to sand, or we can say land get heated rapidly as well as cooled rapidly as compared to sea. As compared to sea. This is clear? So during the day, land get heated rapidly, more rise in temperature. Okay. So what will happen now?
Sea
High,
breeze.
high pressure or low pressure will develop here. Sea
High
breeze will be
pressure.
there. Low pressure.
Sir.
Air get heated, expands, moves up. Whereas here is cold, here will be high pressure, here will be low pressure. So we are saying low pressure, high pressure. What will happen? Here low pressure,
Where will not land?
high pressure. So air, high pressure, and here low pressure. Sorry. So air will flow from high pressure to low pressure. So air starts to flow and it's circulation like this. So it is sea breeze, that is air coming from the sea. Sea breeze, air coming from the sea, and it moderates the climate here. It moderates the temperature here. Because of this wind, this temperature lowers a little bit. Understood now? So near the shore, temperature is
Yes, sir.
moderate, climate is moderate. Now see here during the night, what happens?
The river.
At the
Rivers,
land, there is high temperature.
see here, land, it will
And
get
have
rapidly
high-
cooled as compared to water. So here temperature drops more fast as compared to on the sea. This time here low pressure will develop, here high pressure will develop. It means cold air from land will flow towards the sea. This is called as land breeze coming from the land. And because of that, here temperature will be moderate. Now have you understood? So not much variation in the temperature and the climate here is moderate. This is clear? This is because water is in high specific heat
Yes, sir.
capacity. It is 5 times the specific heat capacity of the sand. That's why water get cooled or what we call heated very slowly as compared to land. Or we can say land gets heated and cooled very rapidly as compared to water, as compared to sea. First thing is clear. And this is because water is having high specific capacity. Second was hot water bottles. So fermentation you have seen. We used to take the that bubble sand is there. We used to put and warm up our bodies. That is fermentation, warming up. Oh, okay. So we use hot water bottles. Why we are using hot water bottles? Why do we use hot water bottles? See here, water here. It is having high specific heat capacity. Again, high specific heat capacity. It means for a 1 degree Celsius change, for a 1 degree Kelvin drop, this much amount of heat energy it is going to release. Yes or no? For a drop of just 1 Kelvin, how much heat energy 1 kg of water is going to release? This much amount of heat energy it is going to release. Since okay, and this heat is going to be transferred to our body. So slowly, without changing much temperature, the water will remain hot for much time. It will give us more warmth. Yes or no? This water is going to provide us more heat energy. More heat energy. For example, take it like this. As we have taken some liquid which is having only this much, 5 joule kg per Kelvin. Okay. Now see here, for every drop in temperature, it is going to provide 5 joule of energy. It is going to release 5 joules of energy. So its temperature will drop more faster. this liquid temperature will drop more faster. It is going to warm our body. But the moment the temperature of this water or this liquid is same as our body, no more heat transfer, we won't feel the warmth. So this will cool rapidly. This liquid is going to cool rapidly and won't provide much energy for a longer time. But water bottles, that is bottles which are containing water for fermentation, what is there? For every drop in temperature, for every 1 Kelvin drop, it is going to provide this much energy. And so it means this much energy, it is slowly going to be warming. So for long durations, this water is going to keep us warm. Understood now? Because this much energy is going to be transferred to our body, so it will take time. This transfer is going to take the time. That means this duration will be long. For long duration, the water is going to remain hot. Okay, whereas this will get more, it will transfer at a faster rate. Okay, third one, you have seen the radiators in cars or etc. And we use water as coolant. Machines, generators, we use water as coolants. But that is passed from the hot parts of the. So, for example, this is the engine. Okay, through this small pipes are there inside this engine, from where it takes the heat from the engine. Because you have seen the engine here, like this piston is there, and here the petroleum or the diesel burns. As it burns, it gets heated. So mainly this engine, it is made up of aluminum or some other material, and because of that, the material gets heated and it may melt or it may damage the engine. So it has to be kept cool. How it is kept cool? Water is being circulated through the engine. Okay, and then we have the radiator. It is being heated here, and here radiator, a fan is blown so that water gets cooled again, and it is again circulated. This is how it is circulated. So why we use water again? Because water have high specific heat capacity, joule per kg per Kelvin. It means it can take this much of energy. It can take huge amount of energy. Still, temperature change is very less. This water can take huge amount of energy and will give very less rise in temperature. That is, temperature rise will be very less, even getting after a huge amount of energy. Again, you can take example, for example, 5 joule per kg per Kelvin. This is other liquid, this is our water. So it means as heat engine works, it releases the heat, and that heat is taken by this liquid. So see here, for every 5 joule of energy taken, its temperature will rise. This liquid will get heated faster, and it will no more work as the coolant, as the temperature in the that here in the engine, and this liquid's temperature becomes same, equal, no more heat transfer. So it will defy the purpose of as a coolant. Whereas water, it will take this much of energy for rise in temperature just 1 degree. Okay, it is going to take lot amount of energy. So here the water, it won't attain the same temperature as that of the engine, because it needs huge amount of energy to be taken from the engine so that it may attain the same temperature, and that is nearly it will take huge time duration or nearly impossible. Okay, because we are cooling here as well. So it requires, for every degree rise in temperature, it will take this much of a huge amount of energy. So because of high specific heat capacity of the water, we are using it as coolant. Okay, so it is going to take huge amount of energy without raising much the temperature, much. Understood now? Okay, next one.
Yes, sir.
It's used in farming as well in cold countries. So in farming, what we do? What are there? Plants are there. Crops, plants are there. Okay, for example, this is our one of the crop. Okay, so what about, see, in cold countries, as the temperature drops, what happens? This water in the veins of the leaves or in the stem, what is there? Water is there. Water is there.
But
In the veins of the leaf, water is there. Liquid is there. Okay. Now see what happens as the temperature drops. this water in fine capillaries, in the fine veins, it may get frozen. As it gets frozen, what happens? Volume increases, that we have discussed. As it is freezing, volume increases. As volume increases, what will happen? It will apply pressure on the veins, it will apply pressure on the capillaries, and they may burst. As they burst, plant dies. It is going to affect our crop. So what we do in cold countries, we fill the field with water. We fill the field with water. Now, the surrounding, as the temperature drops, what happens? This water, it is going to cool. It is going to cool, it means it is going to release the heat and it is going to cool. As it releases heat, for every degree Celsius or for every Kelvin drop, it is going to release huge amount of energy since it is having high specific heat capacity. So for every kg, it is going to release this much of energy. It is going to release this much of energy. And that's how here the temperature won't drop much. This much of energy will be released in the surrounding, and in the surrounding, temperature won't drop much. And that's how our plants are saved from freezing. Understood now? This is clear? Okay.
Yes,
Next
sir.
one is all plants and animals have high content of water in their bodies. I think around 80 or 90%. Okay. 80 or 90% of our body is made up of water. Okay. 80 to 90%. Even in the, like in in plants as well, if we take the biomass and the amount of water, for example, we took one piece of wood just recently cut from the tree, measure the mass. Now dry it after some days and measure it again. You can see the difference in the mass. That is because of water content is lost. Even in dry wood, little bit water is there, but still much of the water is lost. You see the difference. So since our body is containing huge amount of water, again, so to raise the temperature as the surrounding changes, our body won't get cooled or hot very fast. It will take time. So nearly the same temperature is maintained in our body because water is having high specific heat capacity. Nearly the same temperature throughout all the seasons. So that's how we can maintain nearly the same kind of temperature, same temperature. Understood this one? Okay. Next are some examples of high and low heat capacity. Like in particular applications we use in kitchen. If anyone is having hobby cooking, you will know it. Okay. Regarding cooking, I can give you one tip. Okay. Have you seen the ice cream?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
It
No,
can
sir.
be made.
So
It
not
can be made. Okay. Some ice cream you have eaten, they are very smooth. Some ice cream, they are not much smooth. Like crystals are there in ice cream. Some smooth are very flavory and very smooth ice cream, like cream. It is. So what's the difference between them? It is due to preparation. If we cool the content of the ice cream very rapidly, very fast. So, okay, we have studied in geography about the rocks formed inside the Earth's surface, below the Earth's surface, and above the Earth's surface. Inside the Earth's surface and below the Earth's surface. Which rocks have huge crystals, large size crystals? Inside or outside? Outside. Which are
Inside.
fine crystals?
Sir, inside.
Inside. What is the reason? See here. Inside one, they have got
The
lot
temperature.
of time. During cooling, they have got lot of time. Because heat loss will be very less to the surrounding. So they have got lot of time during which the crystals grow in size. This was given in exam also, if you remember. Crystals grow in size. Whereas the lava which has erupted outside, it will get rapidly cooled. As get rapidly cooled, the crystal won't get much time to grow in size. So they will be fine crystals. And here we have the coarse crystal. Similar with the ice cream. If we cool it very rapidly, the crystals won't get time to grow in size. Therefore, it is very smooth and silky. Okay. Whereas if we cool it, take a long time, crystals will be formed and it won't be smooth and silky. So mainly you can see here, I don't know here, but some countries I have seen where they cool the ice cream using using nitrogen gas, cold nitrogen. Okay, frozen. Okay, through that they cool it very rapidly.
For how
It's
much
very-
time? So they will cold. So they will freeze. So then
How
ice
many
cream-
times? See here,
The
take the
time.
content, put, it's frozen. That's it. Put it, frozen.
So in
And
2
have it.
minutes only.
2 minutes, few seconds. Just in few seconds, it will be frozen.
Okay. So that is not good.
That is very good. That's very. Try to have that someday. It's there. Okay. All the things we do in kitchen, cooking and all, it's all science. It's all science. If you make halwa and all, there's emulsification as well. That's all cooking. Everything is there is science behind them. Okay. So next thing we are doing. Okay. First thing, the base of a cooking pan.
Sir, in
is
everything there is geography also. Sir, in
Geography.
everything there is geography also.
all are intermixed little bit. Okay. So cooking
No,
pan
sir.
you have seen.
Sir, this thing is from there, this thing is from there, sir, like this.
You have seen the cooking pan. If it is made thick, okay, you have seen it like mainly in kitchen. If your cooking pan is having very thin base, what about the food? It may get burnt, but if it's thick, there is very rare chance that it will get burnt. So what is happening here? See here. Amount of heat supplied, for example, in both the cases, thin pan and that, both is the same. What is the difference between them? Amount of heat is same. Amount of heat is same.
So it will heat slowly.
See here, it is having more mass. It is having less mass. So it means it is going to be heated slowly. It is going to be heated slowly and more uniformly. So heat transfer to the contents. It will be a bit slow, but more uniformly. But here, this portion will get heated more faster till it transfer the heat to that portion. It get heated more faster and the content will burn near about it. Whereas it gets transferred more uniformly. More uniformly, the substance is heated. Okay. Second thing, if you remove the heat, this will take more time to cool. Thick pan will take more time to cool. So for longer duration, the food inside the content are kept warm for longer duration. Have you understood this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Similarly with the iron you have seen, the clothing iron. 1 minute, battery is there. Okay. You have seen the iron, its base is made thick. Its base is made thick. Its base is made thick. You have seen it. And plug we have. Its base is made thick. Why its base is made thick? So that it is kept hot for the longer duration. Okay.
And
So
to
for
save-
example, it will have, since it will have what? Heat capacity, large heat capacity it will have. More the mass, so see here, what is the relation between C dash heat capacity and specific heat capacity? Specific heat capacity is same because it depends on material. But more the mass, more with the heat capacity. This is there, this is the formula. The specific heat capacity into mass will give the heat capacity. Understood? So more the mass, more with the heat capacity. So for example, we are having iron. One is of thick, one is very thin. This is our
Sir,
other
which
iron.
century iron? Sir, which century this iron is?
Okay. This is going to, I don't know, forget about this. Okay. Okay, I will provide you one more information after this. After 10 years, there is something going to change. I can provide you that information now. Okay, after some time I'll provide. Do remind me. Okay. So see here. C dash.
Sir, when you will show that circuit and that all, sir, you told after test I will show you.
Okay, I'll make it one day. I'll go
Sir,
to
in
market.
school also you told. Sir, in school also, then also you not shown. In school also you told.
School we haven't got the time. I will buy the 2 bulbs and I will show that. Okay.
Also.
So heat capacity equal to mass into specific heat capacity. Okay. So both are made of the same material. It means their specific heat capacity is same. But see, a heat capacity is different. It is having more mass, so its heat capacity is more as compared to heat capacity. It is having low heat capacity. It means it is going to hold the heat for longer duration. It is having more heat capacity, is having less heat capacity. So while ironing, what will happen? If you're using this one, it will get cold faster. It will get cold faster. Whereas this iron is thick, it will be warm for the long duration. We can iron the clothes for the long duration. So you have seen if the iron is with thin base, you will see it will start switching on and off very fast. Whereas it takes longer duration in switching off and and on. Have you understood this one?
Yes,
On,
sir, very
on,
good.
then it is automatically off,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
That what I am taking automatically on and off. That is because of that is also one basis. Bimetallic strip is there inside that. Okay, if you open it, you will see that. Okay, so see what is happening here. Thin base, it will get cooled faster, so it will switch on faster. Switch on as well as it will get hot faster, switch off. So it will be more faster on and off. Whereas this, it will going to take time in switching on as well as off. That is, initially it will switch off, it will take long duration of time. Then you can iron clothes for longer duration and switching off. So temperature is maintained more constant here as compared to here. Here, the temperature will rapidly.
Sir, if that it automatically, if not off, then what will happen, sir?
Then you know it. If it is not automatically, the temperature will keep on raising. Either some circuit will burn inside or your cloth is going to burn. So cloth is for sure going to burn. Okay. So next one, third one. Second one is clear. Third one, vessel used for measurement of heat, calorimeter. Calorimeter we have seen, we have used the vessel. It is made up of first the copper, since it is having low specific heat capacity. Okay. Second, it is made very thin. So first we discuss why it is made thin. Very thin, it means mass is very less. As mass is less, heat capacity will be very less. Specific heat capacity is constant for copper, but heat capacity will be less for copper. Since mass we have taken is very less, so heat capacity of the vessel will be less. Less capacity, heat capacity means it is not going to take much heat from the content. Not much heat from the content to raise the same temperature. To raise through the same temperature, it will take very less amount of heat from the content. So ideally what we require, this vessel should not take any heat from the content. It should not take any heat from the content. So we must strive for the ideal. So ideal is not possible. So nearest we can move is that we can use thin as much as possible so that its heat capacity is less, and it will even with the very low amount of heat it gets, it will raise the same temperature as to the mixture or the liquid or the contents. So it will take very less heat from the content. Second, since it is also having low specific heat capacity, so it will require very less heat from the content to raise to the same temperature as the content. This is clear? Is the chapter clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So we can discuss the numericals then. Okay, open the numericals. Have you tried numericals? Please, if you want to ask anything, you may ask.
Sir, you said something will be changed after 10 years.
Yes.
Okay,
sir.
that information I provide you. So see here, at present, what you do for shopping, you go to the store, you try different clothes. That's the truth.
Yes.
First way shopping,
sir.
second shopping, you online. That is from on virtual platform, you select and you buy it. Then it may fit you or may not fit you. Okay. So in future, what is going to happen that you will have one VR goggles, virtual reality goggles, and it will feel like you are walking in a store, and your measurements will be automatically taken. Okay. And whatever you like, mainly, okay, there will be data, there will be huge data stored there, like your iris, icon, biometrics, all the details will be stored. Your every, you will be giving permissions, your text message, how your daily life is going through, what you like, what you don't like, everything will be stored. And through IR is, okay, IR or AI, artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence, it will be that machine will tell you what you like, what you don't like. It will tell you like. So it will bring the clothes what you will like, and then you select among them. You select among them, and it will have
Sir,
a
sir, if we want another thing and the machine will tell another thing, then
mainly whatever you like, based on those, like your history, how you have liked the clothing, how you have preferred. Based on that, it is going to provide you the options. Okay, and you can as well have the control, so you can select among them as well. Okay, then it will show you.
it's a nice option in exam, sir.
Okay. Okay, and then what it is going to tell you that it will have a like kind of a ramp walk. While you are wearing that, it will show you that how you look in the mirror or how you are going to walk, how you look, and according that you can select, and then after some time it will be delivered to your home. This is going to be new kind of shopping or purchasing thing. After 10 years, it
Sir,
will be possible.
from when?
After 10 years, it will be there. In a decade. So, like as well, you can go for traveling as well. You have the virtual reality goggles, VR goggles, and you can travel any place through that. Okay,
Sir, they are much costly.
they are very costly.
Yes, sir.
There are, what should I say, side effects or drawbacks as well. Like everything the corporation will know about you, what you do, what you like, how you think.
Sir, what is side effect? What are side effects of that?
You may become slave to the corporations. They
You said
know
to-
what you do, what you like,
Sir, dull
so how you are
also.
going to behave. So it's a kind of slavery.
Sir, dull.
Okay, that's a different thing, but
It will
it's a kind of,
to
if
research.
someone knows everything about you, they can use it against you. Okay, so let's start the numericals. Okay, let's start the numericals. First numerical, this: by imparting heat to a body, its temperature rises by 15 degrees Celsius. So we are imparting heat to a body, its temperature rises by 15 degrees Celsius. What is the corresponding rise in temperature on Kelvin scale? It's very easy.
15.
15 Kelvin.
15 Kelvin. Since it's the same, 1 unit is equal to this 1 unit. 1 degree Celsius same as 1 Kelvin. Okay. Second one, calculate the heat capacity of a vessel of a mass 150 gram. So mass is given 150 gram, and we have to calculate the heat capacity. That is C dash we have to calculate. Heat capacity we have to calculate, and its specific heat capacity is given. Specific heat capacity, it means C is given. How much it is? 410 joule per kg per Kelvin. K is capital, Kelvin per Kelvin. Okay. So how to calculate this one? You have studied the formula. Q equal to C dash delta T equal to M C delta T, or how these are related. C dash equal to C M into C, or C dash upon M. Calculate the heat capacity. Heat capacity you have to calculate. So which formula? You are going to use this formula? Calculate and tell me. It's gram, it's per kg. So convert it into kg. So C dash equal to 150 divided by 1000 into 400 to 10 joule kg will be gone per Kelvin. How much it is coming? Calculate and tell me. Have you understood this one? Okay. Second word, how
Yes.
much heat energy will be required to increase the temperature of the vessel in part A from 25 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius? So temperature change will be how much? Delta T. 25 degrees Celsius. It is how much? 10 degrees Celsius.
10 degrees Celsius.
Whether you take 10 degrees Celsius change or 10 degree Kelvin change, it's the delta T only. So no issues with that Kelvin here. Okay. So in first case, you are getting 61.5
5 joule
per Kelvin.
Sir, sorry,
Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Now calculate what you have to calculate. How much heat energy will be required? How much heat energy will be required? So either use this formula or use this formula. That's up to you. So how much heat energy? Heat capacity into change in temperature, or mass plus heat capacity, temperature change. Take it, it will be how much? 61.5
61.5 Joule Kelvin upon 210. So Joule.
650 joules.
Joule.
So now your homework is try these numericals. Next period we are going to discuss. Okay. As
All we
well,
have to do.
all you have to try till 13th. You try because they are having the period on Friday. So you can try them and we'll discuss them in class. Okay. And on Friday as well, we'll discuss the syllabus. Okay. You are going to have 2 examinations. I'll update the syllabus today.
Sir,
Like first part.
I got syllabus.
Okay, that's fine. First part and second part, I'll be updating your group today. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Your examination will hold in 2 parts. First in November, second in March or April. Okay. Okay. Rest we discuss in next period. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Anything you want to ask?
Sir.